What's up YouTube's PZSN here. So as you can see from the title of this video, this is going to be a new video, sort of a new idea that I have. And I think I'm going to do this type of video every year around this time. So, basically, in last year's beach trips videos, y'all might have, seen that I've been uploading last year's beach videos, now, a little bit late. But I talk about how I have sort of like this list of Zippos that I'm specifically looking for, but I never really actually told you guys what they were until actually after the beach trip was over, because I made some videos about Zippos after that, and I actually listed some of the Zippos I was looking for. So I figured it might be a good idea to maybe tell you guys what I'm looking for ahead of time, and that way if I should find the ones that I'm looking for, I can obviously show them to you in the display. If it's appropriate to do that. Sometimes it is a little bit hard to film Zippo displays, due to their fact that they typically are located very close to, like, a cashier. The cashier can pretty much see you, you're pretty much like 5 feet away from, anyways. So it's a little bit awkward at times, especially if I'm using a point and shoot, which I am using. So yeah, I really think I need to get like a camcorder. I've actually really been thinking about that, and I kind of am a little bit interested in getting a GoPro. But anyways, that's all besides the point. We're talking about Zippos. So, and by the way, just real quickly, I don't want the GoPro for strictly for vlog, for vlogging, but I'd use this camera primarily, but the GoPro would be good, for like when I'm riding my bike around and such. So anyways, okay, let's go. Let's go ahead and get on with this video, because I'm rambling. I had a perfectly good take of this video, but then I accidentally formatted my SD card, which really ticked me off. So let's go ahead and let's get into this right now. So, first of all, the main two Zippos that I'm looking for, there are actually two Zippos specifically that I know I'm going to be pursuing, alright? These ones I'm going to be pursuing 100%. These are my top priorities, alright? And to give you a bit of a hint as to what they are, I've got some Zippos right here, alright? You will see that they all have something in common, alright? And that something in common is actually their finish, alright? What I mean by that, even though they're different colors, is that all of these Zippos, with the exception, I don't know if I'd really call it the exception, but all of these Zippos were initially a street chrome lighter. Alright, the reason why I say these two here are exceptions is because they both have laser etchings on them, but they are still street chrome. So, but anyways, take a street chrome Zippo, and then you dip it into this sort of transparent plastic stuff, and what it does is it gives it a very nice coating around it. This one here is one that you're probably familiar with. This is the Candy Apple Red model. I'll actually give you a close-up of it. So as you can see here, we've got a street chrome Zippo. You can clearly tell at this close-up proximity that it is a street chrome. But it's, it was taken and dipped into this red plastic. I don't know. I think it's plastic because it does kind of have a rubbery feeling, but I don't think it is rubber, because if I take my fingernail and kind of, scratch it like this, it doesn't really grab my fingernail in the way that rubber of this, texture and consistency, I guess, would. It doesn't really, it's not that type, anyways, you get the idea. So, it's smooth like plastic if I scratch it, basically. So, anyways, yeah, the reason why I have all of these out is because I've almost got all of these coated lighters, at least the basic colors. There might be more than what I'm about to, I believe there's only 6 colors. There might be more than that. I actually think there are more than that, but I know that I am missing at least 2, and those 2 are the ones that I am most interested in getting on this beach trip. Alright, and those would be the Lurid Green, alright, which is basically a lime green Zippo. And then there's a new one that came out last year. It's called, I think it's called like Cobalt Gray or something. It's a grayish color, but it's the same, type of finish. It's basically, yeah, it's the same thing. It's just, it's a new model from last year. So I'm interested in both of those. The lurid green one looks really cool. I think that one would probably be one of my favorite ones, you know, once I get that. But yeah, and you know, yeah, anyways, you get the idea. I did see a lurid green last year, so that does make me a little bit hopeful that I might be able to see one again this year, but who knows? That was last year, so they might have, you know, I might not see them again, but I will go back to the store that I saw it at and get it there. So, that's that. So those two are the ones that I am primarily after. Now, my goal for this year, you see, last year I set a pretty high goal for myself in terms of how many Zippos I wanted to buy, and I actually only wound up getting 2. But last year, I was under the mindset that I was going to be buying at least, like, I was going to come home with at least, like, 4 new Zippos. I mean, seriously, I wanted to go crazy. You know, this year my plan is to kind of keep myself at a more, you know, practical level. I really only plan on getting at most 3. If I get more than 3, I will be a little bit shocked. So, those 2 there, if I can get both of those, that will make up 2 out of the 3, and I'll be very happy. In fact, I might not even want to buy another Zippo after getting those, but I do have a few other, you know, interests that, you know, I'm kind of going to be, you know, sort of having to dig out of my head because I kind of know what I'm looking for, but not really. But like I said, the lurid green and the cobalt gray, or whatever it's called, those 2 are the ones that I am most interested in getting. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these other ones. So, there was one actually last year. The first day at the surf shop I saw it, and actually, since I'm in my room, let me go and grab something here. Okay, so last year at the Waves, I saw a lighter that I really don't care for the lighter itself, but what I do care about is the packaging it came in. All right. I'm honestly really amazed that that lighter's still in there. And based on the packaging alone, I can basically tell you that, you know, that the lighter has the Roman numeral dating system. You know, it's from that era. I can tell that based on the packaging alone. It's the packaging that came before this weird monstrosity. You know, this is my BS Deco 1932. Can I get it out? Yeah. BS Deco 1932. It's you know, this little plastic case. It actually doubles as a stand. You know, you can stand it like that. Pretty cool. And the one that I'm talking about right now also doubles as a stand. But I can't really describe the packaging. I'm probably just going to throw a picture of it up on the screen so you can see it. So yeah, but it comes basically in the packaging that came before, you know, this style of packaging. Some people call this the egg packaging. At least one person does. Heard one person call it the egg packaging, so there you go. Yeah, that's that. So, like I say, I don't really care for the lighter itself. It's kind of this, it's got a silk screen picture of a wave on it, and it's got these words on it. I can't remember what the words are, and at the time I didn't even know what the words meant. So, but if I see that one, I might just pick it up, just for the packaging. I mean, I'll keep the lighter too, obviously, but it'll probably be a similar story to this. You know, this lighter, I like it for its packaging, but I honestly, you know, the lighter looks cool and all, but it's definitely not my favorite. It's kind of low on my list of favorite Zippos actually that I own. So yeah, but I do like this for its packaging, and I find that Zippo's packaging is pretty cool. So anyways, that's that. So that's another one I'm looking for. Like I say, depending on if it's extremely expensive, then I probably won't get it. But you know, like I said, just for the packaging alone, I'd like to own it. So, that's that. Let's see, any others? I'm also a little bit interested in, if I can find any sort of souvenir Zippo, you know, that would be pretty cool. Last year I did see one that said I Heart Myrtle Beach on it. It sort of had the same thing that, you know, the I Love New York has on it. I Heart NY, but instead of NY it said MB for Myrtle Beach. But the problem with that one was that it was basically, you can picture a high polished chrome Zippo with the I Heart NB on it. Okay, you can basically picture that in your head right now. That thing cost $30. $30 for that. And guys, I'm not interested in spending that much on such a simple design. I mean, really? That should easily, I would easily expect that to sell for like $20. You know, $20 at the least. You know, at most $25. I would spend at most $25 on that. But $30, even though it's only $5 more expensive, that's a little bit overkill. So if I can find a decently priced souvenir Zippo, that'll be pretty sweet. You know, one of my favorite Zippos, and I don't really want to get it out because it's in my display, is my Smoky Mountain Knife Work Zippo that I got at the grad retreat. That is definitely one of my top favorite Zippos because of the fact that it's a souvenir, and obviously it came from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, which you really cannot complain about. You know, I got it at the actual store. So there you go. I'll probably have a picture of that on the screen as well. So any sort of souvenir lighter, but I'm not really going to be actively pursuing that. But if I find one that's cheap, I'll probably get it. Another one that I'd like to get is kind of similar. It's the Ace of Spades Zippo. That's one that I've wanted for a little while. I've just never gotten around to buying it. So the Ace of Spades Zippo is basically, you can picture an Ace of Spades card. You know, the design is silkscreened onto a high-polished chrome Zippo. Very simple. I believe it's much more reasonably priced than that crazy souvenir lighter I was just talking to you guys about. That one would be pretty cool to get. Let's see. So there's another one there. So clearly, as you guys can tell, I've already mentioned 4 Zippos. There's no way I'm going to be able to buy all of these. Alright, I'm definitely not, excuse me, I'm definitely not planning on buying every single Zippo that I'm, you know, going to mention in this video. That would be insanely ridiculous. Let's see, what else? Let's see. Maybe another one of the, you know, last year I got the Sapphire. Maybe I could get another one that's similar to the Sapphire Zippo. I know there's one, I think it's called Midnight Purple or something. I don't know, there's a purple one out there that looks pretty cool. Maybe a Black Ice. Ooh, or the Ebony. You know what, I should actually put the Ebony on one of my, you know, top things to seek after. Because the Ebony one, I would love to own the Ebony one. The Ebony one is, you know, if you want a Black Ice Zippo for the fact that it's a dark Zippo, you're going to be disappointed because it's not that black. It's not that dark. I mean, it's kind of a sort of a smoked high polish chrome, if you will. Very, very slightly gray. You know, I actually really like this finish. This is one of my favorite finishes, but you know, most people, they think that, you know, oh, this isn't what I ordered. This is a high polish chrome, but it, you know, that's because it looks very similar to that. But the Ebony one is a very dark black color. You know, it actually is really dark, and you know, a lot of people have been recommending, you know, especially people who are like ranting about it on Amazon, you know, about the Black Ice one. People say you should check out the Ebony finish if you're not liking this one, because it's probably what you're looking for. So yeah, maybe I'll actually actively seek after the Ebony one as well, because that one actually, I think that one actually look really cool, and that'd be a nice one to own. So there you go, and it might actually make a nice user as well. We shall see about that. Okay, so I think I've mentioned everything in terms of what I'm looking for. You know, like I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to buy all of those, but you know, I do now have sort of a top priority list that's made up of 3 lighters. So it'd be really amazing if I could get those. They'd be plains. That'd be kind of disappointing, but honestly, guys, I like the plain lighters. I just do. I mean, you know, these here are some of my favorite Zippos that I own. I mean, seriously. You know, at first I was thinking, you know, I'm going to get sick of these because these are the only ones I've been buying lately, but no, I really am not getting sick of them. They're just, these are my favorites, you know. This toffee one is actually, I'd like to own just a plain toffee one and maybe use it, you know what I mean? Maybe own, in fact, you know what I've been telling myself is that if I ever get like a red sports car, a Candy Apple red sports car, this lighter is going to be in that car, and I'm going to have it filled all the time, so that way if I'm, you know, driving have a passenger who maybe smokes or something, you know, and they need a light, I'd give them that. Guys, a red car with, like, you know, white leather interior, and you know, this is in there. Oh my gosh, that's sweet. Anyways, guys, I'm kind of dreaming now. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and do be looking forward to Beach Trip 2013, guys. I'm going to really try and push myself to make it much better than this year, because I have to say I am slightly disappointed in myself because I didn't really get a whole lot of family footage. This year, guys, I'm going to try and change that, and we'll see about that. And I really am actually just a little bit off topic, like I was saying, I'm a little bit interested in getting a GoPro. That would be really something cool to get as well as a GoPro. But we'll see. I might look into maybe even getting like a whole new camera or something that maybe looks a little bit, I don't know, I'm just sort of thinking out loud. I need to wait on that. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and adios.